Now let me just paste in a quick example here that will illustrate this even a little bit further. So you can see in this example, we have a function that returns the largest numbers. It returns the n largest numbers actually. What it does is it sorts the list of numbers that it accepts. So what I've done down here is I've created a list of numbers. I printed out what the value of the list was before I called the function, and then I printed out what the value was afterwards. Now take a guess if you want at what you think the output's going to be, but I'll go ahead and run the code. And you can see here that we actually get the list before that's unsorted, and then the list becomes sorted afterwards. Now, the reason this occurs is because what happens is when we call this function, we pass this nums list as the parameter numbers. Now, since we're passing a mutable object, a list is mutable, when we do a numbers.sort, what this does is actually sort the list in place. Now, numbers here is going to be storing a reference to this same list. So when I sort the numbers parameter here, since I had passed in my numbers array, it ends up sorting that numbers array that's down here. Seems a little bit strange, but the reason this is occurring is, again, because we're using a mutable object. So the point here is that you need to understand when you're using mutable versus immutable objects, because you can have functions like this that can perform side effects on your mutable objects. This is referred to as a side effect because what happens is one of the parameters is being mutated or modified inside of the function. Sometimes you want that to be the case, sometimes you don't want that to be the case. You need to be intentional when you're writing your code.